Well, talk about applying pressure. This afternoon, Fox News announced anchor Bret Baier will sit down with Vice President Harris for an interview near Philadelphia on Wednesday. It's a notable development for two reasons. First, Harris will have an opportunity to speak directly to an audience, perhaps skewed toward her opponent. But that's the other thing. Trump dodged a second debate. He ducked a big 60 Minutes interview in favor of addressing his own silo. And now, Harris will get a word in edgewise. Joining our conversation, distinguished political scholar and professor at Princeton University, Eddie Glaude, Charlie and Anthony also back with us. Charlie, what do you think about Harris on Fox News?
Well, I think she's showing that she has more guts than Donald Trump has, that she's willing to go into hostile territory. And again, this is one of those themes that, Donald Trump is a weak man who tries to pretend to be a strong man, and yet he runs away from the debates. He runs away from 60 Minutes. The reality is that there's a very small number of persuadable voters out there. They're probably not watching shows like this or Fox News. And yet I think she has to do this. She has to show that she is willing to basically put the pedal to the metal, go wherever anyone wants to ask her these tough questions.
Eddie, Trump, as you will recall, sat down for an interview with Bret Baier one-on-one just last year. Take a look how that went.
President Mike Pence is running against you.
Yeah.
Your ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, she's running against you. Your former Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, said he's not supporting you. You mentioned National Security Advisor John Bolton. He's not supporting you either. You mentioned Attorney General Bill Barr, says you shouldn't be president again, calls you the consummate narcissist and troubled man. You recently called Barr a gutless pig. Your second defense secretary is not supporting you, called you irresponsible. This week, you and your White House called your White House Chief of Staff John Kelly weak and ineffective and born with a very small brain. You called your acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney a born loser. You called your first Secretary of State Rex Tillerson dumb as a rock, and your first Defense Secretary James Mattis the world's most overrated general. You called your White House Press Secretary Kayleigh Kennedy milquetoast, and multiple times you've referred to your Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao as Mitch McConnell's China-loving wife. So, why did you hire all of them in the first place?
Because I hired 10 to 1 that were fantastic.
Just damning, even a year later. But then Trump, of course, called that interview unfriendly, called it nasty, because he didn't like the truth being reflected back to him.
We know he's a troubled adolescent. He can't deal with anybody challenging him in any substantive way. I think this is a good thing for the vice president to do. It gives us a sense of the scope of her courage and her strength. She's willing to go into hostile territory and hold her on. But what really matters is the ground game, the blocking and tackling. Yeah. We know that she has 50 offices in Pennsylvania. We know that she has over 400 staffers on payroll. We know that they've knocked on 100,000 doors. It's the blocking and tackling. So she can go on television. It's all what they're doing on the ground.
You've been in the rooms where these decisions are made about where you deploy a principal, the message you are deploying them with. I think it is equally telling that in these rallies, she is sharpening the contrast.
Oh, yeah. This is one thing that the Harris campaign, they know how to do really well. They know how to create that contrast. That's in part what the release of these medical records were about just yesterday, right? But they also know how to put Donald Trump on the offense, and that's what she is doing.
On the offense or on the defense?
On the defense, right.
That's exactly all I know about sports. There you go. You're welcome.
But that's what she was doing in eastern North Carolina yesterday. Going back to North Carolina, this is important because people don't go east of I-95 unless they're going to the Outer Banks, right? But there are so many conservative voters, but there are also a higher percentage of African-American voters. But these are people that national Democrats overlook. And so yesterday she went to church. She met with black farmers. She was embraced by longtime Congresswoman Eva Clayton, who is legendary in eastern North Carolina. That's the type of stuff and the type of conversations that she needs to have. That's why she's going on Fox News trying to reach these Nikki Haley voters. That's why she's talking to Charlamagne tha God tomorrow. Again, these are not softball interviews. I don't know how much people know about Charlamagne, but he's a provocateur, right? And Bret Baier himself, he's not going to give her any hardballs either.
I love that you are repping Eastern North Carolina so hard today.
Somebody has to, man.
Charlie, I got to make sure I talk about your endorsement, your piece this week on why I'm voting for Kamala Harris. You suggested it, quote, might feel warm and fuzzy to write in George Washington, but he's not on the ballot. Seems like a message to some of your fellow Republicans who have said they won't vote for Trump, but they're just not sure they can come out and vote for Kamala Harris.
Yeah, you have a lot of them who have the partisan muscle memory, but I think this was a point that Liz Cheney made when she endorsed Kamala Harris, which is that in this election we do not have the luxury of keeping our hands clean or being above the fight. If you really regard Donald Trump as a real danger to the country, there's only one person that can stop him from being sworn in as president on January 20th, and that's Kamala Harris. So this is a moment to set aside ideological differences. This is not right or left. This is not an election that's going to turn on how we feel about taxes on carried interest. We can have these debates later, but right now, this is the existential moment where you have to step up. This is the time for choosing, and it's either going to be Donald Trump or it's Kamala Harris. And I think that there are a lot of conservatives who need to understand that they can have the debates later, but right now they have to do what they know is right. They have to put country ahead of party.